Hello, this is Elizabeth and Elton Brewington with Discover Brightside, where we discover new people. And next week is Black Friday and Thanksgiving, and we need to get our skin looking amazing. So we have Danielle on our show tonight, and she's going to tell us all about it.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. So I'm going to give you the very short version of my story, and then I'll give the website, of course. So I'm Danielle Ruess. I started my skincare journey at the tender age of 13. My great grandmother pulled me aside. I'm first generation, so I had Italians on one side and Russians and Hungarians on the other. It was interesting. Anyway, so she said, "You get one face, and that's it. You take care of it." So she handed me a bar of, department store soap and said, make sure you wash your face. I was 13. I didn't need moisturizer, right? But from that moment on, I became a little bit, not obsessed, but I was so interested in, this whole skincare world. And of course, I wasn't allowed to buy anything till I was, much later in life. But I became that person that all my friends, and then I went on into corporate. So I spent 26 years across global pharmaceuticals, chemical coatings, technology companies. So I just ended my stint in corporate in 2023 as a CMO because I started Eonian. And Eonian, the word means timeless, ageless, and enduring. And what happened to me about 10 years ago, so I'm 53 now. So in my early 40s, I was flying all over the world globally, speaking for my company. And all of the sudden, I always had decent skin, really good skin, but red patches, scaly, itchy. I went to one dermatologist, two dermatologists. No one could tell me, oh, here, take antibiotics. Oh, here, put this chemical on your face. Nothing was working. So, because of my work in pharmaceuticals, I was familiar with clinical studies, how to read them, how to interpret them. So, I did a lot of research and then I started talking to a lot of estheticians, plastic surgeons, just trying to figure out what happens to us as we mature, because the only thing that people talk about is collagen loss. And yes, women have the deeper cliff. They talk about that, like, oh, you're going to lose your collagen when you lose your estrogen. Well, I wasn't even there at that age. So, ladies, it's not always your hormones. And gentlemen, you are also going to face this, and I'll get to that in a second because I have a men's line and a women's line. And, you know, after all of that research, I started meeting with or chemists to figure out how to put the ingredients together and make it very simple. I was doing 7 steps. I was exhausted with doing it. I spent a lot of money on it, and I couldn't figure out why my skin didn't look the way that I wanted it to look, which is ultimately we all just want healthy skin. So that is my philosophy. And actually, the tagline for Eonian that is trademarked now is skin health, not hype. So, coming from a marketing person, most of what I see online are lies. So, I want all of you to know right now that anything in a bottle is not a facelift. It is not going to magically take eye bags away. It's it's just a lie. So, what I wanted to focus on is once your skin barrier is healthy, and I am proof. And yes, I do get Botox. I'm very upfront about that. But Botox doesn't have anything to do with skin tone and texture, just wrinkles. So I don't like anti-aging language. You won't see it on my website. I don't believe in fear-based insecurity marketing. You won't see any of that coming from this company because I don't think we can or we should fight aging. We're all going to age. What's the alternative? It's not good. So, um, I've kind of proven the point that less is more. And, every ingredient, the reason that I was personally involved with this, first of all, I wasn't going to start a company. I was doing it for myself to see if I could fix my skin. But every ingredient is properly sourced. The formulas are truly clean. You're going to see a lot of people say, oh, this is a clean product. Well, what does that mean? I don't think consumers know what that means. I didn't know what it means, and I was very educated on this until I actually sat down with a chemist. Everything is cruelty free. We just recently received our Leaping Bunny certification, which is huge for us. We're a very small brand. I just launched last year. And that every single ingredient served a purpose for maturing skin. Because if what The industry is very one size fits all. So what you use in your 20s certainly is not going to work for you in your 40s and 50s. It's just not. So your skin barrier naturally degrades with age. It's just a function of everything else that's going on, right? It gets drier, it gets thinner. Our microbiome shifts. And, most mainstream companies or skincare brands don't address that. So, the two products that I just want to highlight because they are coming to you, Elizabeth and Reverend Elton. I just launched a serum, Ethereal Effect, and everyone kept asking because I only have two moisturizer. That's all I use one in the morning and one at night. That is it. That's all you really need if it's formulated properly. But in the winter, or my friends in Arizona, in drier climates, airplanes, I did a lot of international travel. So, Angela, you're going to find that now that you're tackling the international airports and being in that dry cabin, everyone kept asking me about a serum. Well, there's like 5,000 hyaluronic acid serums on the market. So I said, until I find something different or something that's really groundbreaking that'll actually do what I say it's going to do, here we go. So this serum has only 7 clean ingredients, just 7. That is it. And we used 5th generation microspheres. What is that? They're so tiny and minuscule. We were able to put a deep hydrator and a prebiotic in them. So they get under that first layer, which is very difficult. Like hyaluronic acid is a huge molecule. So it just lays on top of your skin. So a lot of women I meet that are like, why use my HA serum? My skin's still dry. Well, if you're dehydrated on the inside, you're not drinking enough water, and you live in a dry climate, you're basically slathering that on and it can't pull moisture from the air. So where do you think it's pulling it from? It's pulling it from deeper in your skin. So you're just drying your skin out. So all of my products are focused on skin barrier strength. So that's the serum. Then for men, and this is my husband's absolute favorite product, he helped me develop it, is Sovereign Surge. And the Surge is a lightweight gel hydrator, triple ceramides and probiotics. It's a very clean, I try to keep things very simple and clean. But we put a little extra in this with a little natural mint extract. And men, all the men in my test group, they have to feel like it's working. So we're like, we'll put a little natural mint extract. And they love it. They said it wakes them up in the morning. It's very healthy for their skin. So we have a lot of younger men now joining the brand because my son, I have two sons, but my youngest is 21 and it helped him clear up his acne. I can't make those claims. So please, I'm not making that claim. I'm just saying that it did help his acne. And my aftershave balm, I'll throw that in, even though we're not reviewing that one. But it doesn't sting. And a lot of the men were saying, well, it must not be doing anything because it doesn't sting, but my skin feels great. So basically, we're talking about the holidays and this time of year, as we were just all talking about. It's a tough time, right? And from a skincare perspective, it's a tough time on your skin. You have the weather, the travel, the heating elements. It's drier. You might be upset. You might be drinking a lot of alcohol, which dries you out. So all of my products are designed just to calm, restore, keep your skin healthy, through the season. So, at the end of the day, aging isn't something that we need to fix, right? It's something that we need to honor. So let's get on with it. But it's just about keeping yourself healthy. If you think about longevity and you're thinking about that from a mental health perspective, physical health perspective, this is just one more tool in your kit just to keep you healthy. So thanks for having me. And I really enjoyed sharing the story.
Good job.
We love listening to
Thank
you
you,
too.
Daniel. Appreciate
Yeah.
Thank
that.
you.
You
Uh-huh.
know, I have to tell you, I have very good skin, and so for my whole life, I just use soap and water. And I had my cousin did a lot of Botox, and we always said that when we get together as older people, we'll see whether the Botox worked or whether the natural therapy. And she does look better than me now. So I have realized because I've started looking at my skin, and it is aging. And I've realized that yes, at some point of time, as you put it, What worked for you in your 20s and your 30s does not work for you in your older years. And you've got to start paying attention to your skin. So I'm so glad to meet you, Danielle, and I'm looking forward to reviewing your products and
Thank you.
showing them on our show and having more of you, especially next year with our women's conference. And we do a men's conference as well, so we do both. So we want to warmly welcome you, and please make sure we have your website and information so we can share it with our audience. And thank you for watching Discover Brightside. Does anyone have a question? And we forgot to ask questions for Sue. So does anyone have questions for Danielle or Sue?
One question. Uh, Danielle, I suffer from chlorine. I'm in the pool, and my skin dries out. Yeah, and so I mean, I know it has some impacts, but hey, because I don't sweat in the pool. But the bottom line is I need to exercise, and I'm gonna do what I have to do. And also, I gotta do it. So you go girl, you go girl. Okay.
Well, Reverend Elton, you have to try the Surge because I sent it to you along. Elizabeth, try the serum. You only need 2
Yeah,
drops.
all right.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
It's
All
very
right.
We're going to
simple.
try it and we're going to show it before and after.
Right.
So yes.
Oh, that would be great.
But
Yes.
see, Eldon's already youthful looking. He doesn't really
Well,
need
they're
it.
both very youthful looking. I know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, but suddenly, because especially when you're on Zoom, on camera all the time, you suddenly look,
Oh,
oh
it's
my
terrible. I
goodness,
know.
I've got this little thing, and suddenly you start getting conscious
Right,
about it.
right,
So
right.
yes, it's true.
Right.
So Danielle, it was such a great thing to have you
Right.
on.
And
Any
just a quick
questions? Yeah,
question.
go ahead,
Do
Angela.
you ship internationally now that I'm way over here?
I know. So we can work something out, but not yet. I just
Okay.
launched last year. Yeah. So, but
Oh,
Angela, just send me a thing. We'll figure it out if you want to try it. Absolutely.
alrighty.
And by the way, which island in Greece? I'm dying to know.
So I live on Syros.
You're in
It's like 30 minutes from Mykonos. Santorini's a couple hours away.
My husband and I went 2 years ago and we fell in love with it. Oh,
She might not
With
ship
Syros?
internationally, but she'll
Yes.
personally deliver a bottle to you.
Oh,
yeah. If you give me a place
Yeah.
to stay, then
I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
That is
come to
so
Syros.
true.
Come back. That's so funny you were there. It's not very common. Oh, I love that.
All right.
All right.
So wow, I think we covered everybody,
Yeah.
and we didn't mean to keep you guys too long, but we want to thank you all for participating, and we're hopeful that you got something out of tonight's presentation, and we said something was explained, or you heard about somebody's book and their presentation, and you were inspired. But that's the magic word, inspiration. We want to make sure that we inspire you all. Keep going, and that you take upcoming is our holiday Thanksgiving, and there's so much to be thankful for. And we pray that with your family, and take this to your dinner tables with you. Our best wishes for a wonderful Thanksgiving. If that's what you say, Elton and Claire wishes all of us a wonderful
We'll do that.
Thanksgiving.
We'll do that.
Mhm.
So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you get all these products and make sure you write reviews. All right. Thank you for watching.
Oh.